Truckers, today we're going to break down one of the biggest career killers in the entire industry. And this is going to be a good lease vs a bad lease. Why lease purchases destroy more drivers than it helps, and how companies hide the numbers to trap you in 2025. But before we get into any of this, I want to tell you something that most people in this industry will never say to you publicly. I have yet to see a single lease purchase program that truly benefits truck drivers. Not one. People keep telling me they're out there. Patrick, there's good ones out there. Patrick, they're just one you haven't seen right. You haven't seen the right carrier. Stop, please. I see more driver settlements and real pay statements than any organization in trucking, and I mean any. Drivers send us their numbers every single day from every region, every freight type, every lease structure, every company. The FMCSA doesn't get this kind of data because this is not what they do. OOIDA does not get this kind of data because this is not what they do. No carrier is showing this level of transparency, but drivers show us because they trust Big Rig Nation. So when I tell you I've seen a lease purchase that hasn't put a driver ahead, this is not my opinion. This is based on hundreds of real settlements and raw data we break down line by line every single week. And today I'm going to explain to you why all of these lease deals fail and how to spot a good lease from a career-ending trap. So let's get into it. What's happening in the industry right now? Freight is unstable. Rates are weak. Companies are very desperate. And when companies get desperate, they do two things. One, they shove lease purchases down drivers' throats. Why? Because you take the risk and they take the money. Two, they make the numbers look prettier than the reality. They do a lot of fancy ads, 2,500 weekly take-home claims, no credit check, be your own boss. Meanwhile, drivers are running 3,500, 4,000 miles a week and taking home more like 600, 200. We even seen a check for 16. So when drivers are working 2 weeks and walk away with a $16 paycheck like that hurricane drivers, you're not failing the lease. The lease is designed to fail you. A bad lease has nothing to do with the brand or the year of the truck. It's all about how the company makes their money. And here are the red flags for you to notice. 1. Miles are variable, expenses are fixed. Your miles go up and down like a yo-yo, but your expenses never move. That means that the company is always going to win. 2. Fake insurance and inflated deductions. This is the one you really got to pay attention to. This is what's in the middle of your check. $300.50 a week for insurance, $250 a week for cargo liability, $150 a week for admin. None of it is itemized, none of it real, and it's all a big profit center for the carrier. 3, fuel skimming. They control the fuel card. They skim 10, 40 cents, 50 cents off per gallon. You never see the real discount and you never see the rebate. If they will not let you buy your fuel with your card, I'm telling you right now, you've got an issue with the company you're working with. 4, they control your freight. They pick your loads. You can't say no. You can't see the board. You're not a business. You are a puppet for them. Number 5, endless growing escrows, maintenance funds, tire funds, security funds, crazy random deductions. Drivers finish a 3-year they finish a 3-year lease and they don't have anything in their escrow accounts. Number 6, the buyout isn't in the writing. If it's not printed in the contract, it doesn't exist. This is my personal favorite one to be able to catch them. Number 7, the company makes more money from the deductions than the freight. If the carrier is profiting more from your truck payment, your fuel card, their shop, their insurance, their deductions, than the freight itself, congratulations. You're not a partner with them. You are their rolling ATM. Now let's talk about a good lease. But I'm going to tell you right now, this is very rare, especially in today's market. And I'm not saying they're not out there, but what I am saying is I have yet to see one that is in favor to the driver. So let's talk about what should be in a good lease that's good. transparent fixed cost, flat weekly payments, flat insurance, itemized deductions, verifiable invoices. 2, you control your freight. Access to the board. This shouldn't be an issue. Transparent dispatch. You shouldn't be talking to someone that lives in La La Land and has no idea about the United States. Power to choose loads. If they pick your loads, then guess what? You're not running a business. Number 3, real maintenance freedom. Your shop, your parts, your schedule. Not an $800 oil change and a $3,000 brake job at one of their shops. Number 4, 100% pass-through. 100% fuel surcharge, 100% fuel discount, 100% detention. If they're skimming your fuel surcharge, it's game over. Number 5, written buyout. No balloon traps, no mystery payoff numbers. It's very clear, it's realistic, and it's doable. These $50,000 balloon traps at the end of the lease is insane. Number 6, you can walk away with financial destruction. No $10,000 penalties, no hostage escrows, no abandonment threats. If you cannot leave, you're not leasing. What is happening is you're trapped. Now, this is where most lease-on drivers get slaughtered at, okay? A good percentage is always going to be between 88 and 90%, especially if you're paying for the fuel, the maintenance, the insurance, the repairs, the downtime, the truck payment. Then you've got to keep 88 to 90% because a $3,000 load at 90% is going to pay you $2,700 to you. 88% is going to pay you $2,640 to you. You can survive with that and you can build a business with that. You have the margins. But companies that are offering what I call bad percentages, 65%, 75%, even 80%, this is where most lease-on drivers live, and this is why so many fail. Because that same load that was $3,000 at 75% is paying you $2,250, at 70% it's paying you $2,100, and at 65% it's paying you $1,950. Now, when you start subtracting your truck payment, your fuel, your insurance, your escrow, your maintenance, your plates, your trailer's fee, you're lucky if you're able to take home between $300 and $1,100 a week. And this is on good weeks. So that $16 paycheck was very real. And you can also run into the negative, if you're doing lease purchasing with companies like this. So what happens is you wind up being a company driver that's paying all of the bills. So be careful. Now, I want to talk to you about some hard truth. And this is a lot of truth that companies don't want to talk about, or drivers that are doing well at other companies, they don't want to talk about this. But I want to use Landstar as an example. Now, this doesn't mean that this is for every company, but let's just use this as an example. I get tired of hearing drivers comparing everything to Landstar or other companies. You hear drivers in forums bragging, but here's what they're not talking about, and they don't want you to understand. Landstar runs a lot of specialized, oversized, high-value freight, a lot of secure freight, direct customer freight. They have a dry van division that does a lot of their concert tours. And those loads pay very well. I'm talking 5,000, 9,000 and up. So when Landstar takes that big 35% cut, the drivers are still able to eat because the freight supports the percentage. You cannot compare that to general freight. So they do have a dry van division that runs off the same DAP board. They got agents over there but if you talk to a lot of the dry van drivers working, they're having a very difficult time because the freight just doesn't support that big 35% margin. Now, most dry van, reefer, and general freight period is running on thin margins. Most van loads don't even have enough money in them to support a carrier taking 25 to 35%, and the driver paying for everything else. That's why these lease purchase drivers, these leased on drivers get crushed so bad, because if the freight is low margin to begin with, the driver must keep a high percentage, period. So Landstar can take that 35% cut because their freight is paying like a king in these upper divisions. But most companies, most carriers that are out here taking 30 to 35% on this, what I call dollar store freight, the math will destroy the driver. And this is the part that they don't want to be honest about and talk to you about. That's why we're talking about it now. So we made this for you, and these are short questions that you can ask the next time you go to lease on or you're going to do a lease purchase with someone. If one of these answers is wrong, run. The first one, do I keep 100% of the fuel surcharge? The second one, do I control my freight? The third one, are deductions itemized? The fourth one, can I pick my own shop? The fifth one, is the buyout in writing? The sixth one, is there a balloon payment at the end? The seventh one, do I lose escrow if I quit? Pass all seven, then more than likely you've got someone that's wanting to do business fairly. But if they fail one, it's a bad lease. Drivers, you don't fail the lease. The lease is designed to make you fail. But you don't have to be a victim. If you've got settlements, contracts, or a company you want exposed, send them to us. We're going to break them all down line by line and show you exactly where the money is going. Here at Big Rig Nation, we don't protect companies, we protect drivers.